Here are all the new products, new articles, new science to go live in the world of red light therapy for August. Okay, so first up, new products. Red Light, one of the biggest red light therapy companies out there, have introduced 2 new skincare products. To be honest, I don't know anything about this. I think they're sending me some product, but I don't plan on reviewing it because, yeah, I just don't know anything about this stuff. But you may be interested. Links are all down below. Remember, I'm affiliated with pretty much all the companies mentioned in here. So if you purchase through the links below, you save, I get a commission. Now, VieLite have published a big update on their Neuro Pro 2. You can see their YouTube video on this and then also some updates on their website. I am planning on reviewing their new generation devices. In fact, I think I have one here. So definitely stay tuned for that. I'm excited to see what they have done. They've also published a new video on the intranasal device. Now, remember, VieLite do dedicated brain devices. They're using red light therapy and near-infrared light and have built their products in a way to maximize the light energy getting into the brain. They've also set up a clinic now in Canada. So if you or a loved one are suffering from a cognitive related disease or health condition, then definitely reach out to them. They are my go-to company for this sort of stuff. Hooga have now come out with a Sauna Pro device. It's got 280 LEDs with 630, 660 red, 810, 830, 850, and 1060 nanometer near-infrared. And if all of those wavelengths sound familiar, it is because it is the exact blend of wavelengths that the PlatinumLED BioMax range has. So I haven't tested the new Sauna Pro device, but I'm assuming it's similar to the Sauna Max panel. Speaking of PlatinumLED and probably the biggest news in a few months, they have introduced a whole new line. It is their BioMax Pro line. They have redesigned, re-engineered the case, the shell, and all of the internals. Apparently it's completely overhauled. I don't know because I'm not an electrical engineer. But what they're saying is they're putting out more power. Yes, the most powerful panel has become more powerful. Whether this is a good thing or not, I mean, I don't know. Like I've said in the past, I think we're at an upper limit. Obviously, PlatinumLED think we need more. So yeah, hey, there's a panel out there now that has a heap of power, apparently. But not only is there more power, they have pushed the LEDs right to the edge of their panel. So if you get multiple panels, connect them all together, you're not going to have that gap like we saw in previous generations. Also, they've updated the screen, so you now have some built-in preloaded smart modes, and there's a few more options in there in regards to changing the power density for specific wavelengths. Nothing revolutionary. Block blue light, Rojo, Rouge have all been doing this for a year now, maybe longer. So yeah, I guess BioMax are just catching up. Oh, and I will mention I have done a first impressions video and I will be doing a review, so stay tuned for them. New articles. Well, first up, this is actually a video. It's titled "Companies Are Suing Honest Reviewers," and it's going to get ugly. It's had like 2.5 million views. It's very, very interesting. If you have ever watched a product review on YouTube or read a review or a comparison blog, not just red light or tech products, but anything, shampoos, vacuum cleaners, cars, then you should really check this video out. I mean, it hits close to home for me because this is kind of what I do, well, the area I'm in, but it just shows how manipulative it is and how hard it is for independent reviewers to really make a mark. In fact, it's actually quite sad. So definitely check it out because it will scare you. And I'm sure after watching that, you'll think, oh gosh, I got tricked into buying something that was rubbish. But knowledge is power. And if you are aware of the tricks and how this system works, then obviously you can make informed decisions going forward. What else? Sarah Turner from Sarah Thrive is involved in a 2-day intensive workshop at the University of Durham. I'll put a link to that. It's in early September, so not much notice, sorry, but if you're local, then it's something you may want to check out. Kineon have an article on blood restriction training and red light therapy, and Rouge have an article on red light therapy and the microbiome. Over on our Light Therapy Insiders blog, we have an article on sun exposure and melanoma risk and the huge light therapy implications that come with this. By the way, while you're over on that website, be sure to jump on our newsletter. We put out some amazing content that doesn't hit this channel. It is really, really good. So I highly recommend getting on that newsletter. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Okay, so the title of this month's study is Immediate Effects of High Intensity Laser Therapy for Non-Specific Neck Pain. Now, this was a double-blind randomized trial, and the researchers were using a laser with 810 nanometer and 980 nanometer light. And they had 28 participants who suffered from neck pain. I need to send this to my sister because she does. Half of which had a placebo treatment and half had the laser treatment. The wavelengths they used are near infrared, so they're invisible to the eye. Now, the researchers tracked pain and range of motion in the neck. Now, I should mention some physical therapy was also applied to both groups. But when you look at the graphics, you'll see that the group that had the photobiomodulation, the laser, they had a significant improvement over the non-laser group. And here you can see the laser group also improving more than the non-laser group with range of motion. Likewise, muscle stiffness. So pretty much if you do suffer from neck pain, then yeah, check out red light therapy, check out laser therapy, check out near infrared. And this is not really surprising. I've looked at a lot of studies over the years around back pain, muscle pain, joint pain, all sorts of things. And it's pretty well established now that red light therapy does help. I mean, I experience it myself, and so do so many people in our Facebook group. Jump in there if you haven't, by the way. But if you suffer from neck pain, hey, look at this paper, go hunt down a laser and get shining. This month's question goes, hey, Alex, what do you think about this New York Times article titled The Best Red Light Therapy Device? Yeah, so this is actually a timely question because, yeah, I looked at this article and, I mean, what do I say? The problem with these articles is the authors do not necessarily test the devices. It actually links right back to that video I highly recommend watching. This is a perfect example of it, actually. I think if you see a review or a best product article or something like that, and it's using stock photos, i.e. the photos from the company, you know, the lifestyle images and stuff, then there's a really good chance the authors never use the product. And they're simply pulling information from websites and coming to a conclusion themselves, or they're literally just copy pasting content, maybe that was sent from them, from the company, because yeah, this stuff does happen. Because if they physically have the product and physically use it, chances are they're going to take photos or video footage of it, right? So straight away, that adds a bit of credibility to the content. The author may still be biased and it still may be a paid piece, but at least you know they haven't. If something really bad happens, like it doesn't work properly or it keeps breaking or something, at least they'll talk about that, right? Well, they should. So yeah, in this particular article, they recommend the Light Stim device. Now look, I haven't used this, so I can't actually comment, but it is quite a small treatment area, quite expensive for what it is. I think there'd be better products than this. In fact, I'd bet a lot of money that there are better products than this. The other one is the Cryo Glow LED face mask. Now, this is cool because I am testing a lot of face masks at the moment. I haven't tested this one, so I need to check it out. So again, I can't really comment because I haven't used it. But the fact that the article doesn't really go into comparisons or explanations as to why it's the best from a scientific or even technical point of view, I mean, it does make you wonder, is it really the best? Yeah. Anyway, look, do your own research. It's like what I do on this channel. I try to provide information and reviews so you can make an informed decision. So this is me just doing the same thing. What else is going on? Well, in a couple of weeks, I'm heading to the Health Optimization Summit in the UK. If you're going to be there, be sure to say hi. I'll hopefully be getting some interviews done, so that's always exciting. Though I still haven't even published all our interviews from the last event. We have so much to share on this channel. It's just crazy. I can't keep up. Other videos that are upcoming, well, I've still got a lot of mask reviews. I've got the Project E, the Infrared, the Block Blue Light, and the Maysama mask reviews to come out. Speaking of the masks, have you seen my mask shopping tool? It is really, really good. I spent a lot of time building it, and I think a lot of people will get value from it. Links to that are down below. Of course, I'll be publishing the PlatinumLED BioMax Pro review and doing some comparisons with the other new panels on the market, such as the Rouge and the Block Blue Light Mega 5.0. And also recently, I did a reaction video to Penny Smith, who specializes in skincare. She was talking about LED masks, so I thought I'd just go in because I watched it and there were a few things in there that I was like, that's not quite true or not quite correct, or I wanted to provide my own insight. So I did that. It was a bit of fun. If you want me to do another one of those, because there are a lot of beauty technicians, influencers, experts on YouTube who talk about LED masks. If you want me to do some more, let me know. If no one enjoys them, then of course I won't. And if you haven't seen it, check it out. Speaking of videos that you may have missed, there was the current body mask review. It's a very popular mask, so that video is doing really well from a view count. There was also the Ferrero FAQ 202 mask. Now, this is one of the most expensive masks I've reviewed, and it's junk. It got me angry when I filmed this or tested this mask. So, because I know people have bought it, right, thinking it's the best out there. So check that out. Again, it all ties into this whole industry affiliate sort of world and how people can easily promote products that are junk. So check out that mask review. Even if you're not in the market for a mask review, you should probably still check it, because I share a bit about red light therapy, how it works, and yep, again, bad products. There was also my video on 7 years of red light therapy use, and that, at least in my books, has gone viral. It's like 30,000 views now, so it's quite extraordinary. So check that out if you haven't. And of course, I've got my BioMax first impressions video. So lots to check out if you missed them. I hope to see you in the next video.